Right. Hopefully that's fixed that.
Basically, this is for arms and shoulders, and I've had like free weights and everything.
Yeah, we're back live.
But...
Yep. I mean,
Okay.
everyone should have free weights. They're cheap.
Right. Minor technical difficulties.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just minor technical difficulties. It's not major ones.
It's better than having senior technical difficulties.
Server is
what?
up
I
as well,
can't
by the
hear
way,
you.
guys.
Speak up a bit.
Get them while they're young.
Okay. Yes, so sorry about that. I find my computer decided to be silly puckers. Okay.
Server's back up.
Yep, server's back up.
Excellent.
Everyone's in except Serpentis and me.
Yep. Working problem. I'm trapped in an loop. There we go.
I'm just hit the go back.
That got me in the loop. There we go. I'm here.
I don't know what to tell you. So I take it that's all stick in the mud?
No, this is another guy called Anson Berg. He's a chief of the Pontac tribe. He's quite well known. He's a loudmouth, let's be honest. And he's also known to not be a big fan of foreigners.
Where's my fake mustache? No, wait, no, I'm officially adopted into a clan. I'm not a foreigner anymore.
Yeah. So
I will.
He will originally approach Cord.
Hmm?
He's going to approach you, Cord.
The
man I wanted. So we have you. Follow me. Go on now. You're wanted for an important job.
All right, sorry, lads and ladies. The Cordite has to go, and I will leave my crowd.
Reactions.
Well, do I want to try for a charisma check to charm the crowd on the way out, Gray?
Do if you want.
So we can test this this system here. So what's the doom of this area, Gray?
2.
Did you say? Doom of 2. All right.
Yeah, this is a very nice. So the way this works is every area in the world has got a doom. And that's basically how oppressed the area is.
Mm-hmm.
For most people around here, this is not a bad area. So the doom is pretty low. So
I rolled a 1. How?
Well, you rolled less than a 2.
Yeah, you rolled less than 2.
Well.
Well, what you could do is you could spend a point of mood to just say, "Hey, I maxed out that roll."
Yeah. Or could you put any of your inspirations into play?
Well, then, I mean, 1. So it's a doom of 2, right? My other besides knowing my name known well and far, which is my 4 inspiration. I have 2 1s. So how does this inspiration thing work?
So the level of the inspiration doesn't actually matter, apart from being.
You roll heart.
Yeah, you had to get to add your heart die to that roll.
Okay, so again, I'll try for I do it for the ladies. So
that seems to fit pretty well.
So 1d6. 2.
There you go. You at least equaled the doom. You are not died in tutorial level. Congratulations.
Well, you managed to embarrass yourself slightly less.
Tough crowd. Tough crowd.
Yeah, very tough crowd.
The ladies have seen what you got to offer.
Goddamn McFellin Large Huge over there. I mean, I have nice corded muscle. That man has just been jacking since he was born. Look at him with a cavalry shoulder.
He actually makes you look small.
Look big, huge.
He's a man with a cavalry shoulder.
He's this type of barbarian chieftain. He's got to be a barbarian chieftain by breaking anyone else he eats in half. Yeah. Here's your classic style. As he wanders over, he's got kind of like a list in his hand. All right, who else do I pick for this? Where's that masked guy? And he'll kind of wander around until he sees on. You, do you have the chops for an adventure?
Well, it depends. How much does it pay?
Oh, that can be negotiated. Decent amount. But think of it this, you'll increase your standing in the clan. And they're round here.
My standing is currently a foreigner, so I suppose I must.
Only way is up. The only way is up. Or dead.
We don't talk about dead.
I talk about dead all the time.
The only
You're not
way
here yet,
is
sorry.
up. The other way is underground.
Right, next I need a red man and a blue man. So he'll kind of wander around until he kind of spots your hands. I've heard you're good with a knife.
So they say.
Excellent. Well, you've been recruited for a mission. Follow me.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of looking at it says, right, the last guy I need is the hairy one. Where's the hairy one?
That doesn't exactly narrow the pool down.
Still
True,
in the middle
true.
of onboarding.
Right, he kind of walks in the middle of whatever's going on. Just completely ignores it. Right, he's coming with me by the power of the council. And he'll kind of drag you off until a kind of a side tent.
I grab the last 3 drinks. Chug, chug, chug.
Oh, it's one of those initiations, is it?
Yes. Where's my heart dice?
It's a hazing ritual. Gotcha.
Pass!
Hey!
I'm assuming drinking rapidly would be a heart check.
Yeah. Thought about it, maybe a heartburn.
Oh, that would be a strength check to avoid being horribly sloshed.
All right.
Fortunately, the last half of the drinks were alcoholic. Unfortunately, that was them.
He drags you into a tent. Well, not drags you, it's like, all right, sit down. And he kind of shuts the door, and then all geniality just drops from him. All right, fuckwits. Got a job for you. You've been chosen because we don't care about you. Especially not you, and he points at Cord. You, I am very much looking forward to getting rid of.
You want to get rid of this smile? Ting.
Waiting
Right.
for the
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I think that's literally what he just said. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
waiting for the yes.
I appreciate that,
I
don't get the way people speak around here just yet, but I'm fairly sure that's exactly what he said.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know what you're
meant.
talking about. He says with a big toothy grin, immaculate white teeth all up and
See.
down.
Your problem is, we've already got one chosen one around here, and they're enough trouble as it is. And everyone's talking about how you've got some sort of destiny. And, that just brings trouble. We got enough trouble. So, we're going to give you the option to make yourself well known.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we're also going to get rid of a wizard, an assassin, and I'm not even sure what you are.
You'll find out.
Hopefully not. That's the whole point.
Aren't you the assassin?
No,
Must
we
be.
don't know what it is. He's a white. Okay. Here's the thing. We're going to try and keep this whole place from ripping itself apart. We're not going to do the Empire's job for them. We need to get this deadlock broken. There is one other tribe here. Well, there's not here. That's the problem. The Kulaks, for some reason, are the only major tribe to have not arrived. So, we need you to go into the woods and find them. Anyone got a problem with this?
Which woods though? There are many a wood around here.
The deep, dark ones that are full of cannibals. Did I mention the Kulaks are cannibals?
Funnily enough, no.
No.
Well,
So, up until now, we haven't been that upset that they're missing, but we need to break a deadlock. So we need the last of them here. So we thought you guys would be great. We also get rid of another wizard, and who wants a wizard hanging around?
Better cannibals than cantables, they say. Fair enough.
Excellent. So, here's the rough directions. And he literally gives you extremely rough, like, go east until you get eaten on a piece of paper.
What if we run out of east?
I'm sure there's more east we can find.
All right.
You're talking kind of like near the base of the mountains.
Brand will salute. We'll probably let you down, sir.
If you do, you'll be dead. And, the world's a happier place. So, you will set off at morning. It's a bit late for you to go out, so we'd rather you not die outside of camp. So it's just, we got to look like we're doing something. And, hey, you might succeed. Have fun.
Simar.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
Fellows, it seems like we've been volunteered for a suicide mission.
Succeeding is my middle name.
Anyway,
Subtle.
everybody, my name's Cord. How are y'all?
Johannes. And we're here.
Happy to be here.
Yo. Okay, nice to meet you. Happy to be here. Strange name, but I'm sure they're stranger.
I'm pretty sure Brand already introduced himself.
I'm Arn, and I'll stay with you as long as it seems until I have a better option.
Yeah, well, it's pretty apparent that right now the two of us aren't exactly welcome around here, so not exactly a lot of better options.
Don't mind me. I have been welcome since I fell out from my mom's womb.
Oh, Brent, I hear you were a wizard. Is this true?
Yeah, I got kicked out of college. It happens.
I see. I'll take care to slay you if you fall out of line. You can take me later.
I prefer not. Being alive is kind of the thing I do best.
Oh, good. We haven't even left the damned camp yet, and two of you trying to kill each other. Well, that was my job.
Well then.
Well, only after he's been properly accounted for, of course.
Oh, God, you're one of these people. Let me guess, you've got a little tiny black book for every potential eventuality that doesn't actually connect to the reality.
What strange people. Anyway, I need to go. We should probably go find better directions to these what were they? Kulaks, they say called?
Kulaks.
Yeah.
Oh, then
And
let's go
that's
find
not
some actual
unreasonable.
direction to these kulaks rather than what this brand man gave us.
No, I'm Brand.
You're a brand. What was
Yes.
that?
To be honest with you, the name of the other man has sort of slid over me already. It was Slate, Slab, Rock, something.
Olsenberger.
The grumpy one.
Grumpy one. Turns a bit quiet, I'll turn him up. Problem is, Terran uses different microphones, so every time I have to turn him up and down.
Yeah, sorry.
Ooh, too far.
I have to keep my hands busy, so when we're doing this kind of thing, I have to be at my workbench.
Right. As you kind of make your way out, there will be a handsome young man in rather tight-fitting clothes waiting for you.
I instantly don't trust him.
Yeah. Will you come with me, please? We've got somebody who would like to make your acquaintance.
The don't trust intensifies.
Sure, why not?
Evening of meetings.
All right. He leads you through, and you start going into the posher part of camp. I mean, there are posher parts of camp. This is where the tents are bigger than like one-person tents.
We walk with like the lively crew.
Yeah.
Cord, head front and back, with a big manly strut. I'm sure Added is just in the back, just walking normally behind, and whoever that guy was doing in the front.
I make a reason check to walk in a straight line. I failed!
How?
It was extremely difficult, but I somehow managed it.
Okay. Next
Okay,
up.
hang on. Is there
Man,
a
you guys
bucket of
know how
water I
to
could dunk the mage in?
Plenty.
I'll be fine. Give me 5 minutes.
We don't exactly have 5.
Yeah, we're walking.
The tight trousers distract you as they walk. You arrive at a tent, and it's an extremely grand tent. outside it are 2 guards in fine armor. Both, again, young 20-something men.
Noticing a theme.
Yeah.
The
I
door
think our
opens.
boss
Not the door. The flap opens and another man comes out, and he's actually bare-chested. He's got like a jacket on but no shirt on underneath. Excellent. If you would like to follow me, and you can led into a room, and there, sat, is someone that all of you will recognise. This is Ramza, the chosen one.
Ah.
I see why she has so many tight-fitting shirtless men around.
Yeah. And she'd go, "Oh, thank you, Boris, thank you. So, good for bringing them in here. You know, you just toddle along and just go and make yourself beautiful." And he kind of bows and says, "My lady," and just walks out the door. As soon as it's done, she just kind of puts her hands to her ears and just like says something and claps. And for a second, you go deaf. And then it's like a bubble expanding around her, and it just moves past you. And just like stops. And suddenly, it's like the entire outside world is gone. The only sound you can hear is inside the tent.
Oh, that
That's
fancy
better.
magic stuff.
I apologise for your entry. It seems that every tribe round here has decided to send me a personal servant of their most attractive warrior. Try to trap me in a marriage alliance, I assume. I humour them,
And
obviously, but it does get tiresome.
There are worse positions to be in.
They're competing against each other. Well, I do take advantage, I will admit, but there are much worse positions to be in, and while the options are open, it's good. But, sorry, I digress. It's nice to have somebody who I need help from, rather than people coming to me for help. As you may have guessed, I am Ramza, the chosen one. Which has its own problems, obviously. But
Do right.
it's, yes, I've heard that you've got your own destiny.
Don't we all?
I need your help. I am, of course, aware that you have been chosen for this mission. And I would like you to put a word in with the chief of the Gulags. Gertrude Keller is their chief, and I would like her to support me. I believe a full assault on the capital would be costly, whereas we can get rich and do the damage we need with just raiding. And having someone bring them in, have a bit of time talking to them, will of course help this go much easier. Are you willing to help with this?
I'll keep my counsel on my own, but I will take your request under advisement. It'd just be nice to Bill Thorman, to Brand Thorman over there. I know they only set the second most handsome man because the first one's already taken.
You've got confidence, I'll tell you that. Hopefully they'll move it, bring in. So, yes, I would do this myself, but as you can see, I have not been born to be inconspicuous.
I know the feeling. I take it no one's spoken to this chief yet about their opinions. They've just been a complete no-show so far.
No show. No one tends to go near the cannibal region for some reason.
Yeah, funny though.
Someone says that they eat people or something.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm not sure how much of it is a rumor and how much of it's true. It may have been a bad time. You know, everyone's had fair weather and foul. They are bloodthirsty people, and it could be that they, being quite introspective, they play up the rumours. You know, bit of fear from your enemies doesn't really hurt, does it?
Nope.
Or it could be 100% true, and you'll be on spits by the end of the week, which hopefully won't happen. I know Alsam would love to get you all killed, which is why he's chosen you, but in reality, we needed people who weren't attached to other tribes too heavily. You know, you being outcasts are neutral. Well, hopefully not too neutral, otherwise I wouldn't be having this talk to you.
Flatter.
We will. Anyway, thank you for your. I just have one question for you, ma'am. Just because we the directions we have for might vague, and you might know which better way to point us.
Fortunately not, as I say, no one goes into those lands, so as long as you
So
keep
better
heading towards the mountain.
information.
So just eastward. You were saying, Mr. Bremen?
Better information would be how we would let them know we're here to talk, not a raiding party or breakfast. Like, do they respect a flag of truce, or maybe a standard, or possibly a bunch of old people carrying sticks? Traditions vary.
We don't know. Fortunately, trade is extremely limited. The occasional trader will wander in.
Fair enough.
They bring in quite good furs, stuff like that. They make their money. They take what they need and go back.
Basically, we just walk until we find one, persuade them nicely that we're chummy people, and he'll just point us the right way, I'm sure.
Yep.
I often rely on the kindness of strangers.
Not allowed to kill them all.
No.
Going to make things difficult. All right.
No, good sir. Doing such things as killing them all, decapitating the chief, and then presenting their head, their necromantically reincarnated head to give their opinion is not a viable solution to this.
I'm not that kind of wizard.
I'm just going to be staring at the two people who aren't talking this conversation with a look of what the hell is going on here. But
So, as you can guess, I'm busy. So, I hope to see you soon. And yeah, she stands up and issues out. And
have a nice destiny, ma'am.
As she kind of gets towards the door, she kind of clicks her fingers, and like the sound returns. And she walks out, and she just kind of looks out into one of the shadows and says, "Your turn." And the third person who's waiting for you this evening is there. You've suddenly become very popular.
wow, it's nothing like being expendable and popular.
Reminds me of my college days.
But your colleges are much different to the academies on.
That was last week.
All right.
I have a question, sir. Are we at least gonna stop by and at least get a snack on the way? We've had 2 meetings beforehand. Just swing by, grab some finger food.
No, this guy is like the opposite of the other one. He looks like he opened fortress doors with his face and has done so several times.
A man of means.
Yeah. Look, no time to dawdle, just follow.
Fair enough.
God, someone is not talking in triplicate.
It's not too far. Literally you're taken almost to like the opposite side. At some point you cross like the imaginary dividing line. You go around the massive meat tent. That's the tent where people meet, not the tent made of meat.
Yeah, we haven't got to the cannibals yet.
We're at
the
a
tent's
moot.
made of human meat.
Isn't you meet at a moot? I thought it was.
Yeah.
We're at a moot.
I mean, you could meet in a moot that's a meeting about the mooting. I don't much to do about mooting at that, but
Enough of your silly gibberish. Let's follow the man.
The point's moot anyway.
Hey!
All right. So, you're sent into another fine tent, not as fine as Radvis's. This is a lot more utilitarian. Where you're met by this gentleman.
Damn. Geralt kept himself together, it seems like. More like the fact this looks like the Witcher cross with whoever that guy who runs the Empire.
Palpatine.
Not Palpatine, the other dude. From the Witcher game.
Oh,
Emperor, what the heck's lost his name?
I know who you mean, but I can't place the name. The Emperor of Nilfgaard?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I know who you mean anyway.
yeah. To be honest, this guy
Ymir.
was really hard to generate. Because it just kept spitting out Geralt. It's kind of like, I just need an old scarred white guy. Yeah, with white beard.
This is very Geralt adjacent. Don't get me wrong.
It's the least Geralt I could find. Actually, when I was doing Ramsar, I kept getting like Triss, basically. Emir, yeah, it could be Emir.
Emir, yeah.
So I
This looks
basically
like
had to
Geralt. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I had to
Go ahead,
go
I'm
in, and then I had to go in and like properly modify it. So happy
Yeah,
what she
this
turned
looks
out.
like this looks like Geralt had to take over Emir's job. Anyway, continuing on.
Yeah, this is Otto Kolsch, the other leader. Not Geralt will also do. Take a seat, please. And he actually has 4 seats waiting for you.
Ritzy.
Yeah.
Johannes will take a seat.
And he kind of finishes. So, I take it you've always spoken with Ramza?
She was
Yes.
very insistent, it seems like.
Yes. Well, I can kind of guess where this conversation's going, can't you? I'm basically going to ask you to do the opposite.
Yeah, speak to the cannibals and ask them to miraculously
Kill them all.
turn your opinion.
Yeah.
No.
No, Brent.
No.
Speak to
Oh,
cannibals on
okay.
behalf of another person.
But yeah, honestly, the sooner we can get this thing moving, the better. I mean, half these people were at war with each other 5 weeks ago. And it's getting close to a second war.
We
This
can
could
only,
be one of the battles for the ages. Which I would much rather have happen near the capital.
rather than right here.
Yeah. I'd rather us be killing Empire legionaries than each other. We can go back to that once we've dealt with the Empire.
I can't fault that logic, but if things are that febrile, even if you get a decision going, do you think you can keep things together long enough to get to the capital?
Well, the main
Once
problem,
we get
the main
moving,
point,
yes.
yeah, the main problem here is that we're having a boiler point problem because it's all a bunch of pressure but no outlets.
Once people get killing and get marching, they'll always have time to think about petty differences. We're going to have to spread out anyway. You know, there's too many people here to land in one port. You know, we could take Bastion, but we'd lose half the army doing it. And everywhere else is fortified or small. So getting ashore is going to be a problem in its own right. That's the problem with solve though once we've got a leader. And I believe we could just take out the dragon. I think we've got enough people. We've got some heroes. I mean, I disagree with Hamza, but I don't doubt her skill. And, you know, maybe once we get her to the right place, her destiny will kick in and she'll take down the Emperor.
We'll see. There is to be seen.
Yeah. So
I'm just more interested in this all-out attack style rather than trying to do that raid and such.
the raiding would work, but not in our lifetime.
Well, that's also the fact that
Well-
it's just enough to if you poke the bear enough, they'll just use us as their own outlet.
I spoke wrong. I said not in our lifetime, not in the average person's lifetime. So that's something else about Spellbound. If you're inspired enough, you become functionally immortal. Age is just what happens when you
When your passions run low.
you lose your passions. You get older, and for most people, as you get older, you get less passionate, and it kind of drops off. For most people, passions are suppressed because they think that's going to cause a horrible magical spore.
And also, things get very, very unmanageable when everyone's passioning at each other.
So, but for the nobility and the rulers and special people, like functional immortality is a thing. Barbarians probably not so much, but you know, there's going to be more passionate people here than there would be in the Empire. In the Empire, it's definitely the nobility. Which interestingly means that if any of the players have got a passion of 4 or a true love of 3, they are impossible for me to kill.
Well, for now.
But now,
Until you have someone attack our hearts directly with social combat.
Yeah. So that makes social combat a very important thing. You need to find out what people's inspirations are. You need to break their love of those inspirations. And then you need to actually take them out. So yeah, they could not kill this guy. If they wanted to assassinate this guy in the middle of the room, not going to happen.
It would just be a flesh wound.
Yeah.
You could stab him in the heart and it would just be a flesh wound.
Yeah, he would survive somehow. Might take him ages to recover, but he'd still live.
Yeah, even if you wrapped him in chains and dropped him into the bottom of the ocean, somehow he would miraculously escape.
Yeah, the chains would break, he'd wash up before he's asphyxiated.
Get swallowed by a whale.
Yeah, there'd be an
Rescued
air
by
bubble
mermaids.
somewhere. Yeah. Something happens to stop passionate people from dying. So, yeah. So, I would rather take the quick route. There'll be more casualties, but less overall. Because they will land colonies here. Yeah. Even if we raid, they will still
They'll
find
probably-
somewhere they can make a foothold. The Bastion Cove will expand, and we'll end up losing more people. The Empire's dead. It's only a matter of time. But those death sentences, those death throes could be years, or decades, or centuries. There's just no one to know.
Reminds me how a wildflower, one of those sunflowers. Is it sunflowers or it's the one of those flowers that when it gets old, it dies, but it like turns into a lot of the little seeds and blows off. When the Empire dies, you'll have all these little dukes and dukelins running around trying to find a place where they can set up shop.
Yes, but they'll be dissing each other, they'll be fighting each other, and we'll be able to
and anyone
build
around
ourselves
too.
up. I mean, yeah, we'll have to deal with the occasional one coming across, but it'll only be the occasional one, as opposed to legions.
This is why I'm saying it's better to kill it now than let it fester. We want to stomp it out before it starts roaring.
So, hopefully I've convinced you of the righteousness of my ways.
Right, Osa.
Well, yep, you've certainly given us your opinion.
I'm just interested right now. All I've been hearing is we need and doing and done, but nothing about this. No compensation for our for our heroic deeds to be due.
Did Alsum not even mention that?
He did
No,
very backhandedly. He
he-
mentioned that living might be.
He mentioned living and us not killing each other being one of them. Ramzo basically took it as an assertion that we be doing the dues. Just feel as if no one has incentivized our works here very well, or given at least some idea of incentivization.
The offer was supposed to be 1,000 gold pieces each.
Wealth is so very transitory. I would say here. I was just wondering, just
1,000 gold.
some position during the
that-
rating is one of my question here.
Even get us a wealth level.
No.
No.
Didn't
No.
think so. Well, yes,
So, guess what?
it would get us a wealth level.
It would be one level, but anyway. But I'm just more
Yes,
saying
because you only
that,
need...
No, it wouldn't.
No, it wouldn't.
It
You'd
wouldn't.
need 3,000.
2.
2. Oh, no, so
2,000.
2.
2?
Halfway there. It's
'Cause
2.
You're a wealth 2, aren't you, at the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
current wealth level in gold pieces.
Okay, yeah. So
Times
it's halfway
1,000.
there. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Which is decent.
Sorry, just I'm doing name tags for all these NPCs. What was this chap's name again?
He is... I've got him in notes, but I don't want to say it wrong. Otto...
Autocorrect.
Otto
Otto
von
Kolsch.
Bismarck.
Yeah, Otto von Bismarck III. No. Otto Kolsch.
Got you.
Watch out for the Dragon Riders.
Very well. Well, thank you for at least giving us the time of your day, sir.
Fine. Hopefully you can be of use to me. I mean, obviously, we'll meet personally, but if you could sow the seeds, that will go a long way. You'll have more time with the chieftess as she walks. So,
Fair and far enough, sir.
right. I got 4 more meetings and 3 supply convoys to organise. So, I'll bid you good night.
You have a
Thanks.
good day, Mr. Logistics.
Right, you leave. From across the way, you see Elsum standing in his tent door, leaning against the post. He makes a throat-slitting gesture and gives you a grin and a thumbs up.
I will give him a polite wave and a smile. Gentlemen,
Significantly more than
would you like to find a corner of a bar to inhabit for the rest of this day for tomorrow? To set off tomorrow.
Certainly a nice quiet tent might be good. It's very clear we're not welcome here, and frankly not. I'd
Oh.
rather not hang around too many the locals.
Well, the best we can do is come around to the Thornton tents. I'm sure my own family will be undisturbed.
True.
I'm enough as a castaway and a cast out due to my upbringing.
You could show up for the rest of my welcome to the clan party at the Noggleshun.
That
I'm
part about getting away from the locals.
anyway, let's.
Well, I'm not outcast yet. They just welcomed me in.
Technically, you didn't finish the rite.
I drank the drinks.
I'm not really the most outcasted. They just know me around there, so they don't really get all that fancied about. Ooh, there go Otto. He doesn't. Don't you hear? He has this destiny thing. I swear, when that wise woman said those words, when I fell out of my mama's fell out of my mama, to set my life down a path. Anyway, so we go to. Let's just discuss, gentlemen, what we want to do. Any opinions?
Yes.
Yes.
I just don't think it's going to be agreed to by the rest of you.
Fair enough. What'd you say?
Otto's plan is an excellent idea in theory, but it'll fall apart in practice. If that decapitation strike doesn't land, you people are all screwed and dead.
Well, it's
Rams's
more-
plan is a slow one, but it's going to work against, frankly, what I can understand, a very shaky and on its last legs empire. You stab that thing at the ankles enough, it's going to fall over without much effort.
Oh, yes, but the thing about the Empire is that the reason why this Empire has been so wobbly for so long, it has to be. I mean, if it was truly a sickly beast, it would have already been fallen over by now.
In fairness, it's not like, and yeah, locals could correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I'm kind of under the impression that you haven't exactly had this big barbarian horde before now, right?
Oh,
so
I'm
you
sure
haven't had this breadth and depth of people constantly poking at the Empire before now.
Well, it's
Oh yes, this has happened at least once.
Okay.
No, this is old hat here. This is literally what happens when we get when all clans get large enough.
So
Enough.
trying to find his name. Yes, the invasion of the warlord Grimnar was probably about this level. Fortunately, did not end well because the Archmaid, who Stinger Steelbane, caused a magical surge that annihilated most of the army.
Oh. Whoops.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's the reason the Barbarians haven't been that much of a thing, because they use more magic than the Empire. And occasionally the magic just wipes out entire villages.
Chain lightning kind of chained a bit too much.
Oh, you wish it was chain lightning. That would be nice.
It started as chain lightning, and then it changed while it was going.
So, wasn't it a cursed scroll of genocide?
Oh,
I just like to say read a few of the sample magic surges you can get. This is what happens if you roll a 1 when you cast magic. So yes, 1 on the table is lightning arcs of the casters into all victims. There's also fireball, but there's also victim steam and desiccate. Victim skin is flayed by invisible whips. The ghost of dragon howled through the area, causing mood and body damage. Dozens of 1-foot high copies of the victims spawn to swarm their ankles.
I wasn't familiar with that one.
Goody goody two shoes.
So yes, magic is not to be played with.
Well, we're
By
going
force.
to be playing with it, but
Those
and
are all
how?
the minor surges.
yeah, the major surges are worse.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
There's a whole thing called spell stalks, which are basically the cordycopses from Last of Us, but magical.
I would just like to point you to this wonderful map we have here, and why at this big rumble side, the entire front end is kind of the way it is.
Yeah.
That's what happened to
Yeah.
the last half of the Empire
Yeah.
when it
Good times.
when it had a cascade.
Ah, I think I'd miss Mercury this
Oh.
quickly.
Cord is just going to pull out some tobacco and slowly make himself a roll up and say, "While I understand, it sounds the most sensible option to go slow and all such and such. It's not really much for a decapitation strike. It's more the fact that they're already doing all their kind of infight and so forth, and a persistent problem on the outskirts may cause one to want to unite, unite when the one person gets, because they're probably a lot more balanced at this moment in time when they're current infighting. And if we start weakening one side, that means one side will topple, and then everything else will topple, and then they'll just help to unify much faster.
Or one side topples and they fall to further infighting because they're scrabbling to pick up the pieces. I mean, I take your point. It's a possible.
It's just the
I'd
fact when
argue
you're working for a longer point in time, and that's just the fact that while it does sound sensible and so forth, and Ramses has her own destiny and so forth, I just don't see it. I just see that it's probably going to be bigger problems at a longer pace.
That's fair. It's two opinions. What about you two then?
I'm amused that you think you can dictate the opinions of cannibals.
No, this is not the opinions of cannibals. They do what they're going to do. This is just my own.
I don't think it'll be up to us.
I think I'm going to write that one down. That's quite a good line.
And
Otto's the one who made sure we knew we were getting paid. That goes a bit far in my book.
Presuming he's actually talking out the right side of his face.
I mean, one of the two said, "Hey, go do this job," and the other one said, "Hey, you've got this job to go do. You're getting paid to do it."
One just languished about and said, "Hey, if you're gonna do this job, do it for me." Essentially, do it
Pretty
on my
much.
behalf.
Yeah, well, don't forget option 3, do this so you can go and die doing. I think everyone here can reasonably agree it's Ramza or Otto. Can't ounce them to piss off.
Or just find out what the cannibals want to do and let the cannibals decide. It's not really up to us.
Yeah, no, it's a fair cop. The cannibals may well have their own opinion, but...
Probably.
Well.
Why do I suspect their own opinion, though, is going to be piss off anyway? Given all we know about these guys. Because if it's just piss off, then we're going to have to do something. Because I'm not going back to either of these two empty-handed.
Oh, if it's piss off, then we just piss on then, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Fun isn't that we just go and ask the next person up the line at the question. Just continue on until we get their opinion. Well. All right, gents, you sleep well, so I'm gonna make sure we make sure we pack up and set out.
Alright. Well, at least we know which direction we're going.
Through the night, someone attempts to assassinate Cord, but fails. Cord never even notices.
Per normal.
It's same old, you know.
The thing with chosen ones is that, they're not universally loved.
They are not. They are basically they are walking obstructions.
And the general feeling about Ramza is massively split. Because there's pretty much the half of the population who believes she's a child of the Starcraft lovers, incredibly powerful, destined to help them all.
The other side says, "Go ahead."
The other side says she's the ultimate nepo baby. She's had everything handed to her on a plate.
And then there's a third side who says, "Who the fuck are the Starcraft lovers?"
Don't speak for the audience like that. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yes, the Starcraft lovers are... They're kind of like the fabled Romeo and Juliet that just got separated a couple of centuries or millennia ago and only found each other recently. Had a kid, dropped the kid off in this world and wandered off again. They're known to be powerful and they were wandering the worlds, but some sort of curse or something seems to keep them apart.
The answer is we're not sure what they are.
Yeah, we never went into it that much. They might become important later on. They might never turn up again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at this point, I will be honest, my campaign note doesn't really go much beyond this session because, yeah,
We don't know how
I
things
don't know how this is going to play out. Your choices here are going to kind of affect quite a lot of the story, as you may guess.
Doing it right.
Yeah, they
Fans
are
can
great
kind of-
parents. They just, yeah. We're looking at a
Look,
different time scale here.
They're the star-crossed lovers. They're not the star-crossed nuclear family, all right?
That would have been a very different perk right up during microscope.
Soul and Alpha Centauri. How did this happen? Looking at Ramza. I don't know.
Mistakes were made.
Drop it off on that Earth planet you like so much.
Or it could be that they met up and now they're star-crossed again. Curses are weird.
Yeah, well, anyways.
Welcome to having a destiny.
Right. Dawn breaks. The sound of a
Fresh.
couple of thousand hungover people waking up and groaning. And the equivalent of me in the universe has been up since 4 o'clock in the morning. Alright. Once you finish throwing up, what are you going to do?
I had to go through the entire initiation ritual again.
Yeah.
No.
You know what? It was worth it. That feast was amazing. You guys should have been there.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's really amazing the second time round
Just
as well.
doing the morning flexes, just making sure I'm all limber and getting my stuff together for the nice hike.
The locals, ladies, of course, have just happened to be doing their washing in this area.
Oh, naturally. Yeah.
Yeah, naturally, just gotta put the nice aromatic. Well, you can't really wash because you don't really know much about the streams around here. So I'm just dabbing myself with aromatic oils and so forth.
Once your tent
Discard's
open,
character wakes up and dabs.
he wakes up and
Do you
boils
want
himself
us-
down in front of the watching about the ladies. Yeah.
Can I just say, anyone who dabs is going on my murder list. I just want that established now.
I don't. Anyway, so going out, making sure the checking my beard hair, and then just getting the
Have to get
getting
corpse who
the
tried to assassinate.
packing a couple of days lunch, and and kissing my mom's cheek on the outside. Don't worry, Ma, your son's got a destiny to fulfill. And goes on out to the meeting place.
She goes off and
Johanna's
looks for a
got
better assassin.
Yeah, that's a family dynamic and a half.
Hey, Gray, should I have a reputation with my new clan?
Yes.
Cool. Should I roll for it?
Do you roll for starting reputations?
No, you don't have any.
Yeah.
I was
but
going to say, yeah, you don't get any at the start. That's the whole point.
yeah.
We'll work at that. We'll work that at the end of the
Yeah.
session.
That's the end of
I don't even have
session.
this-
You've picked that up.
I don't even have a reputation with my own family. All right.
Well, clearly, that's
Well, that's probably for the best.
You have a reputation, but not that type of reputation.
Yeah.
You might be able to turn into that type of reputation. Who knows?
We'll see. It seems like my mother is hiring assassins to keep me limber.
That's a joke.
Well, for now.
For now.
Someone's hiring assassins. They're keeping you limber.
I mean, yeah.
Ooh.
Johannes is mostly just making sure his blades are sharp enough for this job because he's going to need them. I just get that feeling. And, despairing at people he seems to be focusing more with the ladies and actually doing the job.
Yeah, and when the three of you are together, you eventually realize that Arn is standing behind you.
All right.
And probably
He
has
just
done
shows
for
up.
half an hour.
Fair enough. Welcome to the team, Mr. Ard? Right.
Sedville.
Shedville. And Mr. Shedville. Ah, well, gentlemen, let us mosey.
Into the woods you go.
East is that away. Let me make sure this compass works. Click, click, click. Okay, east is that way.
Discover the compass has been installed upside down.
No, it's one of those from the Christmas crackers.
Oh.
That's a reference only Serpentis would get. I just realised.
I mean, I appreciate it.
How okay on a scale to teen crumpets? How British is this reference?
About
It's maybe less
about an
British
8 or
than that.
9.
Yeah, but only just.
Christmas crackers. Basically,
Yeah,
they're
I know
tubes of
those.
cardboard with a rubbish toy in the middle. You pull them, they go bang. You put on the terrible paper hat that my head's too big for and rips.
You tell the terrible joke.
Yeah, you tell the terrible joke. And then you give the toys to the kids, and the kids break them in 20 minutes. And you wonder why you've polluted the environment for all this plastic.
Tradition.
Yeah. My son actually does have a little compass. He's very happy.
Oh.
They took him out like to a little field trip, and he made sure to clip it to his bag before he went, so he didn't get lost.
Oh.
Good work.
He was only like 100 meters from the town. They just took him to a field with a pond, but he was happy.
Gets the job
Well,
done.
yeah, but when you're a kid and you've been raised on the good old stories, you've got to be careful about being, abandoned in this kind of situations. Just surprise, you've been left behind.
All right. So
And then you start doing Home Alone things.
you head
Hansel
off
and Gretel was on my mind.
traveling.
We head out.
There are no detailed traveling rules in this game, so it happens at the speed of plot.
Save versus malaria.
Well, it's not that type of jungle. It's more the save versus giant spider bites.
Ah, my favorite kind of jungle.
We might run into a rutabaga or a stellering stalk. Who knows?
Okay. I think the best
I've
way
heard
to
the
do
rutabagas
this
are cursed not to grow.
is, can we have a reason roll from one of you? Who is going to be the map
I'm
reader?
extremely reasonable.
Well, I mean, I'm
No,
reason
really,
five.
I have 8 reason.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm fairly low on the reason track, to be honest. So
I have a maximum
am-
starting reason, so I will roll reason.
I am very regular on reason.
So the doom has increased to 3 as you
As a
enter
wizard.
into the deeper, darker ruins. But yes, you managed to keep to the path. And stopping off occasionally at like local inns, you're able to find more people who can guide you. And as you get more in the general direction, you get funneled down a certain route, normally along the lines of just don't turn around. It's not safe. Look, that guy will feed them for a week.
We should probably go this way.
Don't go that way.
So that way, gotcha.
Okay, Lex. So Arn is Addie Space's character. He's a white, so partially undead trader. Bend is Terran, a werewolf wizard. Yes, you heard that right. This card is called Fjorden. Sorry.
Barbas Thornton.
Yeah, there you go. My stammer kicked in. The chosen one. Well, a chosen one.
a chosen one.
There's at least two of them knocking around. That's causing issues. And then we've got Johannes Bergond, which is Serpentis, playing an assassin from Mercury. Is that right, Mercury?
Yeah, it is Mercury. Yeah.
So
That's why he's blue.
this is our random world.
It's fine, blue.
We hit random, and someone wanted to see us Lewis this hell out of this.
No.
no,
That was John Carter of Mars.
Yeah. Well, Werewolf Wizard is going down. Well, hopefully we'll get to see Werewolf Wizard in a bit.
It's entirely possible.
Yeah. So, the woods are getting creepier. You kind of
Like-
the easiest way of knowing you're on the right track
Crikey.
is the fact that increasing spider webs, darkness, the path is a lot less cut, but there is a path.
The gloom factor is going up. It is going up.
Yeah. It's obvious that this is kept wide enough and clear enough for a wagon to go down, but in a way that's not obvious. There's no paved road here. This is a dirt track that is used once or twice a year, and as they do it, they cut it back and keep it neat.
Occasional signs saying you must have at least this much BMI to pass.
The main thing will be you'll reach a point and there will be a border marker. The border marker is a skeleton with its arms tight crossed across its chest. And it is marked to the side of this. At this point, you kind of guess you might be on the right track.
Yeah, I think we've certainly found evil vibe so far, haven't we? It's like a cannibal totem. All it needs is a nice welcome mat, and I feel we're there. Perhaps a candle in the mouthpiece would just make it feel homely.
We just reaches Poor just reaches over and just dunks on the skull.
Knock knock.
Yeah, it seems about as real as it comes. Not made of plaster.
It's definitely been here a while, but it's been quite artfully wired together, so it's not going to fall apart easily. It's in a tree, and the tree started to grow around it a little bit.
Ah, interesting. Calcium only lasts for like, I don't know how long again.
Yes.
It's supposed to be well preserved.
Yep, that's the thing. It's definitely the skeleton's older than it has any right to be.
I wonder if this man died. They stripped this man of his flesh before they stripped him of his passions.
You can have a look if you want.
How does one have a look?
Give me a reason roll. Doom is now 4.
Brend, you are a knowledgeable man.
I ain't looking at the creepy skeleton.
Really?
I'm specifically not asking the creepy skeleton if it's dead. I see where you're going with that.
Right. Do you have any histories or skills you could apply to this?
Histories. I only get as participant in the Great Hunt of the White Raptor.
You've done some hunting.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hunting and
see? So this is how the skills in the game work.
Can it be applied? Not. It definitely is applied.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So building your dice pool. You are so the way that I'll explain this to the people watching. People's dice pool is the biggest dice you can fit into their stat. So for Cord here, his strength is 8, means it's D8. His quickness is 6, he rolls a D6. If he had a 7, as Brent has for his magic and heart, that's a D6 because a 7 doesn't fit into an 8, but it does fit into a 6. You also have your inspirations, if you can trigger one of those. So this does not trigger, I do it for the ladies. Looking at a skeleton is not going to do anything for the ladies, so he can't trigger that. But if he could, then his heart, he'd be able to roll his heart score as a dice as well, alongside.
We can't really tell if it's a female skeleton or not.
Well, that's why you're looking. Well, not why you're looking. It's one of the things you'll discover.
More anatomy for that, I think.
I'm not adding any bonuses or negatives. So I can, if there's a bonus, if you can make a good case that you'd be really good at it, then you can get an upgrade. So that D6 would go to a D8.
Yeah, the unfortunate part of being being the Great Hunt would basically be like, that's for hunting, mounted work, bow firing, and all those other wonderfully hard-working things. But
if you get the skill, you get to roll. Oh, I didn't put your skill scores on here, did I?
They're all 4.
They're both 4, aren't they?
Well, they should have one at 4 for character generation.
Yeah.
Oh well, I do have this. I do have the Sound of the my Destiny one has kind of special. I think I remember it is.
Yeah.
Where it can be used regardless on certain things. Let me see.
Yeah. Everyone else has done that.
Because Destiny said so.
Everyone else has got like 4. Apparently I haven't done that for everyone, but yeah, it should be 4s to begin with, and Discard gets 2. So they'd be able to add a D4 to that.
Yeah. Also, the history is my special history it's a 6, by the way. So the Child of the Outlander is 6.
Yep.
Oh, nice. So that means it actually can affect this outcome rather than just being, it was a 4. It's not over the doom.
Yes. Cultism related to your focus. This does not count towards your normal limit of histories. You can always raise this history as you would any other histories that is spinning points towards it. All right, so it's just an extra history. It's not really a.
No, it's not special, but you get 2 and everyone else just gets 1.
Yes, for right now.
Which is pretty nice.
Yeah, just this history is not about figuring out about spooky skeletons, spooky list of living skeletons.
No. All right, so just roll a d6 then.
All right.
It's not like there's anything if you go wrong.
4.
Exactly what you need. Okay, this thing has been properly cleaned and preserved. There's quite a lot of skill in this. I mean, looking at it, it seems to have been almost placed in like a layer of resin. It's been seeped, the bones have been seeped in resin. And they're much more, it's more of a decorative piece. It's a real skeleton, but it's been properly prepared to last out here.
Okay, so it's not an actual person who has been stripped down to their marrow.
Oh, no, it's an actual person.
But still alive. I mean, not still alive.
No. Well, you can't tell. There's no obvious cut marks or stuff like that.
Okay.
So it's not like someone's hacked it apart. If they died relatively peacefully, or
So we're
from soft tissue damage.
Okay, so it's not like the one ate it or something then.
If they did,
There's no, like,
they were very, very neat.
Okay. Well, anyway, this is more of a fair enough. This is a lot less than I thought it would be, with some vile necromancy or something like that.
As you walk away, the skeleton turns and watches you and laughs. But yeah,
Yeah, but we don't know that.
you
do
don't
we?
know that. All right. Are you?
So,
are
you want to camp
crossing
here at the obvious border of their territory and see if anyone shows up?
Damn.
This is probably like a week later.
Nah, we can take a smoke break and then we can move on. Have a sandwich. It's really stupid to go in on an empty stomach. You know what? I'm questioning, Gray. What if you were to put great swords into your AI? What would it produce for what sword
I could have a go
sword
later.
uses? Yeah.
Later.
I'd say it draws so much GPU it interferes with everything else I'm doing. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
that's what
okay,
caused the
there.
crash before.
We'll work with Chord's Ancestral Blade later.
I'd say I want to get a bit more of a higher res version of that. But I've got to work on that at some point.
Fair enough.
I think I did it in the wrong order, and I paid for it a little bit, but we'll get there. Okay. Are you resting here or just
I mean,
going on in?
for just taking a smoke break to make sure
Yeah.
we're all limbered up.
Okay.
Yeah, find a decent clearing just so we have, some space to work.
And
Stop for lunch, call out, see if there's any, border guards who we could get the attention of to tell us, no, go away.
Nope, there seems to be no border guards. The skeleton seems to be the border guard, and it's probably quite efficient most of the time. All right, you continue
Well,
on.
we tried.
So, you enter into the territories. And
Real Dark Souls.
amazing things happen. So, the next day is boring. But you feel like you've got past the worst of it. I mean, you actually feel like the darkness begins to recede somewhat.
it's almost as if they gloomed up the front door for
Yeah,
Reason.
It
for
is.
appearance's sake.
it is almost like the doom around the border is higher than the rest of it. And it's kind of built into the universe that everyone kind of understands what the doom is. Everyone in universe knows that, like, in all the game stuff, it's explicitly known in universe.
Yes, so everyone has the idea, understands the if you make a place more creepy, spooky skeletons, it will suppress everyone around it.
Yeah, and it makes magical searches less likely.
You
Except
can
it
make
doesn't.
worse things.
Yeah.
You can make things around you worse.
Mm.
Yep.
Basically. I would have thought it made magical searches more likely, though. Seems
I mean,
harder to
it
succeed
actually
against
has
the
no-
save against them.
It has no.
But
It has no real bearing.
The thing is, a 1 happens regardless.
Yeah.
true.
Can happen
True.
regardless of anywhere.
Gonna
You
say,
got
but
to
my guy
remember
got kicked out of Wizard College, so what do I know?
Yeah, you got to remember that the people think the emotions have a play, but they don't.
Yes.
It's just
That's
casting
kind of an
spells.
important thing that we know that they don't, or they're just beginning to suspect. Okay. You trade through the judds, and yeah, things get less creepy. And it's noticeably less creepy as you go in. It's like you've walked through like a line of creepiness that they've drawn around their territory. But then, after another day's travel, you kind of get the feeling that there's a sound. And it's kind of hard to describe. It's somewhere between a clocking and a barking. And like rustling in the woods around you.
Mm.
You get the feeling you might be being followed.
Probably being watched. Maybe we should get their attention.
And if they know, I'm sure they know that they know we're here. They know we're coming.
I mean, just as a sanity check, can we actually see anything? Or are we just hit?
No, you've not seen anything.
Okay, cool.
We just got the feeling that we're being watched.
Yep.
You know what? That's just a normal feeling for me.
Yeah, there's being watched, and then there's being. Oh, right, the assassins.
Yeah, that's
Forgot about the assassins.
Yeah.
it's the main problem about having a destiny. You're always the center of attention.
Your assassins are shoddy presently.
I'm sure they buy them from the bargain bin. It would be kind of sad if they didn't, if they weren't trying to kill me.
Olaf's Viscount Assassin. For when you might want somebody dead, but you don't really care.
Yep.
International.
Price assassins, but we might do the job, we might not.
If they buy one buy one killing, get one buy one hitman, get one free.
Yeah.
It's the 5 moves. Look, it takes it's one wealth. It takes one wealth buy to just buy a zealot. So crazy people are cheap in this world, actually.
Yep.
Find the next clearing and then see if they follow us into that. If we have to have a confrontation, I'd rather do it with at least some guarantees behind our back.
Okay. So, you find yourself a nice little clearing. It's a little while, but yeah, there is kind of rustling.
I think we're surrounded. How very terrifying.
It's to be expected, but like we weren't all expecting it.
I mean, that's kind of why we're here.
Just means there's more room to swing.
We're not here for fighting. We're here for talking.
He's here for swinging, that's totally different.
God damn it, Gray.
Nope. Going to continue assuming that misunderstanding that.
All right. There will be a little while before there's any real visual. But yeah, at a certain point, something will pop its head out. And it's I'm actually the wrong one. It's not human.
Dang elves.
You wish.
Humanoid?
No, I don't.
Is it like a piece of broccoli?
There's a Bacurian standing right here.
Oh, right.
I'd
forgotten about that.
Like you have a image of what we're looking at, Greg?
Yep, it's on the main page, the map.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh boy, raptor chickens.
Back to chickens.
Okay.
Chicken.
Gray.
Yeah?
Gray, I told you not to have red wine and cheese after midnight.
This is not my fault. This is Terran's fault.
It's my fault. I was following Carcer's directive.
Okay, when the recording stops, we need to have words because this is what the hell is this?
I don't know.
Cobra chicken
It
raptors.
is.
I
Look,
googled it as well. It's not even
So you know what?
close.
You know what? So a
Wait,
cassowary.
no, that's not a
right?
goose.
No, that's a chicken, a
That's-
raptor.
That's just a normal raptor.
Did-
Where the honk squad?
It is. Look, this is
Like-
completely valid.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's valid. I just have questions over the sanity of two of our members.
Nope, this wasn't me.
Well, you followed it.
No. Those were Canadian goose raptors. This is clearly not a Canadian goose raptor.
Oh, really?
Look, this is the
Is it
best I
like
could find
maple
in a few
syrup?
seconds. So.
Lahore.
I may have forgotten to do a Certes, a token for that.
These are your completely normal raptors from the Underdark, not the raptors that were made by a crazy wizard trying to create mass-produced geese for dinner. Completely different animal.
Right.
That.
That's me finding something very stupid on Twitter.
So many jokes I could make.
As you do.
All right.
I mean, yeah, this thing is clearly looking at us like it's food, right?
No, like
No,
your food.
we're food.
Sorry, yes. Poor choice of words.
So we're going to find
Well,
out.
we're going to
how
have to fight
combat
over
works.
that now, you
Yes.
know, which one of us is food. Clearly.
The
I
rat.
mean, we eat them as much as they eat us. So
It's a chicken raptor. Look at it.
how big is? How great? Okay, you have a question. So, Gray, what kind of size are we looking at here? Is this like 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet tall? How would you say?
Probably about 3 foot. So kind of closer to like real raptor size than like Jurassic Park raptor size.
Okay, I was thinking more like the So it's yeah, okay, so that's all right.
Oh, gee, I hope this isn't anybody's pet, because otherwise I'm going to have to kill and eat it.
There's certainly no reply.
Good, good.
Fair enough, then.
Hearing no objections, meat's back on the menu. Trail rations were getting boring anyway.
All right. Sorry, I'm just sorting out tokens because apparently I just forgot everything.
It happens.
Yep. Well, to generally explain combat, there's like areas. So we're in a clearing, so the area would be in the clearing, in the trees around the clearing, in a treetop. And if you move between, location to location, and you can only attack people in your own location unless you have a ranged attack.
Oh
About
god.
right.
Sorry, Terran. I just realised something about your name.
What?
They're all good dogs, Brent.
No, that's Brent.
Yeah, but they're
He's
also
got a T on the end.
they're all good werewolves, Brent.
Brent is a good werewolf, yes.
All right. Oh, good lord, that's massive.
Dark.
What's the
Cannot see.
You
I'm
need to
likely
give
to be
us- you
eaten
need to
by a
give us-
raptor chicken.
You need to give us finish vision, Gray.
Yeah, getting that. I also need to fix the
I
tokens.
can see. That is a
Eat
very, very
fire.
large blue man.
That is, hello, yes, I am massive.
Let's just update a few things here.
Oh, I have made a poor choice yesterday while out shopping.
So it
Did you
goes.
pull your
I
hamstring?
acquired a 4-pound bag of saltwater taffy.
Let me guess.
Delicious.
You're going through it.
And now it's a
Um,
2-pound bag?
Well, it's every so often it's becoming less by 5.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Who's doing our nicknames?
Oh, the computer.
Ah!
Apparently I turned that
I
one
love
on.
it.
Hmm?
I can't
No, you
see
haven't
what's
seen the
going
best one yet.
Oh, go on then.
I can't click my token.
Always for everyone, update.
Wait, where's our nicknames?
I can
Oh,
see, for example, that Cord is
hot-
domineering Cord, and
Ah.
Arg is
Arnie.
menacing.
How did I end
Oh.
up with hot? I have the lowest charisma here, I think.
Mine's not showing
Flare
up.
magic.
Perhaps that's for the best.
Yours is actually quite fitting and boring.
Oh,
so-
actually, yeah, no, that is.
Did I pin that combat cheat sheet I wrote up?
No.
So yes,
I don't
I will
think you
turn that mod off.
Should have done that.
That's one that gives you a random
Random prefix.
random prefix. It's to make all the guys individual.
I like it.
Why can't I edit?
There you are. Combat reference. There you are. Doing a repost.
Okay. All right. Chicken raptors are going to be boring, apparently.
Well, that's their own fault.
Ownership. Why can't I configure ownership, but I can't modify it? Have I suddenly not become the GM anymore? Is one of you guys the GM?
It still
it's not
says
me.
GM.
Hang on. Let me do a GM roll. Whoever saw that is the GM.
All right. Now, apparently, just choosing monster and whatever thing doesn't actually give me any options. I have to create characters for everybody.
Be right back.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Raptor chicken. And let's find the stats.
A lot of the monsters we may be fighting in this empire may or may not be the results of what happens when GMO goes nuts. Or no, not GMO. When mom goes crazy, magically modified.
All right. I need this combat style. Chunk.
Back.
All right. Let's drop Chicken Raptor down here. Chicken Raptor on here. You can't see this one, don't worry.
Nope. I would recommend everybody pull up your combat sheet in the PDF and throw that somewhere you can see it, because switching back and forth between scenes is annoying. And then you're going to want the cheat sheet token.
That is a bad shout.
Okay, so
Also, it's more the fact that these things have different areas. So we have in the trees, on the on the ground.
having a dumb moment. Having lots of dumb moments today. I worked this
He's
morning.
right.
Areas are probably something like that square, and then north, south, east, and west of it, and then the trees to either corner.
Well, it's very narrative, so it's just like
Yeah.
a general zone you could like describe with a couple of words.
Right.
So like
Center
in
of the clearing, the north path, the south, the west or east path, the south trees, the north trees.
Yeah. Okay, that'll do me. I've had to create a separate sheet. So yes, in the trees, in one area, there is now a chicken raptor. So, combat works a little different in this game, as you may guess. Everybody has got some combat styles. So most of you got one. A couple of you got two. Actually, no. Half of you got one, half of you got two. And how this works is they'll be able to put their token on any part of this that starts with an underline. That's called a rebalancing move. Then they can move kind of like a rook, and they can move up, down a straight line across these things, building up their like fighting styles. if they rebalance, they can then move to pretty much any of them. The kind of number in the left is the defense. That's right, isn't it?
I think left is attack. I
Yeah.
posted the cheat sheet.
I'm
Left side is attack, top is magic, bottom is physical.
Yeah.
Right side is defense, top again being magic. There's an M on the right side. That means it's a master rank, and you need the master rank to use it.
Yeah.
If there's a little bitty R after the name, which is the obvious part, then you must use a rebalance move next. And then if it does anything like damage or other cool effects, like turn your target into a werewolf, that's under the name.
And if you just checking have to rebalance, you have to go back to ones that are underlined. Yeah.
Underline is a rebalance move, yes.
So,
Yeah.
So if you need to rebalance because an enemy hit you with a you must rebalance now, or your last move was a you must rebalance next, then you do that. And if you're using a spell style, it's called recast instead of rebalance, but it's the same in every other way.
yes.
And they have some abilities that until like so I have like the Asking Wall stance, which is 1 strength bonus die time by slash round until forced rebalance. So if I were to someone says rebalance this, I would lose my bonus die.
Yeah. So for you, rebalance would be the sweeping trip assault. So you could go into that stance, and then your great weapon strike would be fine. Your cleaving crescent swing would be fine. Your sweep would be fine. The moment you do the swinging trip assault, which is a mastery, you can't do that at the moment.
Yes, that would mean I would rebalance.
You would then be able to have to rebalance, but you'd hit 5 targets.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Well, I would hit 5 targets. I still hit 5 targets with just sweep. Sweep is 5 targets too.
Oh yeah, sweep 5 targets, but yeah, that would the sweeping trip assault would have forced free to rebalance.
Mm-hmm. The throw would force others to rebalance. Yes.
Yeah.
Which is really strong.
yes.
Yeah. Which is why it's a mastery. Okay.
Especially if you just start, say, stacking your +2 damage, +2 damage, +2 damage.
So
What does
combat.
this die by a round? What makes a combat round is my question.
Everybody goes.
Everyone's had to go.
Okay.
So everyone roll a quickness die.
That's my best stat. That's a lie.
We almost believed you.
No, reason's my best stat. Oops, I made a private roll. It was a 3.
I can see it fine. Alright. And what is the quickness of this chicken monster?
35 or some nonsense.
It's a little quick, but it's not that bad. I mean,
Okay.
the reason there's one of them is because we've never done combat before. And, I really don't want to kill
Warm
everyone.
up.
On the yeah.
Warm
Right.
up.
Right. Quickness 6, so I get to roll a d6. Alright. So we've got, was it a 3 for Brand? Yeah, I have to do it this way. It's fine. Johan has got 6.
Yes.
5 out of 6. Arn has got 3. My keyboards. Chicken Raptor has got a 3. Is it 3 I rolled? 2. And then Cord has got a 2. He's already got. So, top of the round. Johans.
Okie dokie. Right. Let's just make sure I understand what we're doing. System. Now, I do not have anything presently that lets me. Oh no, that's actually not true. I can use dodge into shadows in the dagger of wine stance with a dagger in hand, which doesn't actually do anything immediately, but it means I'll do more damage next round, and I presume I can then move.
You can't move. You're just ducking behind something. Like
Yeah.
if it says move, like in Skulk and Shadows, then you can move to an adjacent zone.
Okay. Oh yes, because you don't actually have to do moving inside the zone, do you?
No.
Okay, right, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
In that case, yes. Your hands will just pop dodge into shadows, and so there'll be a convenient tree he can slip behind for a moment, he'll break line of sight, and then do a stab properly next turn.
Okay. Where's the next button? Oh, I haven't hit begin combat, that's right. Oh, don't re-roll everything, you goddamn computer.
No!
It rerolled everything because it is a computer.
Yeah. I should have hit begin combat first.
Also, everyone's on the red team.
Don't know what this is. Doesn't make much difference apparently. That must be something I've accidentally triggered. Or it's part of this module. Chicken Raptor was 2. Board was 2. That's right. All right. On is up next.
So he's going to be using Daredevil move, and he's going to clamber up a tree.
Yeah. Move, climb, or environmental trick. So yeah, climbing for free. So yeah, Arn just disappears up a tree. So next up,
I will invoke Inconsistent Moon, which allows me to move, and gives me a D6 defense dice.
Yep.
Hello, I'm adjacent to you.
Let's sort out a little token to show where you are. Do you want to draw a circle like everyone else has, just so we can see where it is?
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, just so we know, we can keep track. We're going to need to keep track of these.
Thingy.
Right.
Yeah.
Chicken Raptor's up next. So the Chicken Raptor is going to attack.
I expected this.
Yes. That's a good way of showing. So.
Everyone else is vanished.
Yeah. The other two vanished. The werewolf has just run off into the trees to attack it. And, yeah.
Run. I turned into a bolt of moonlight.
Yeah.
Or something.
So, it is going to select from its claw bite style. Oh, I'm in the wrong mode. Ooh, it can go for claw or circle. It's going to go for claw. I'm going to draw myself a little circle as well, because it's just easy to keep track of. It's going to pick claw, which means its attack is D6.
Mm-hmm.
And its defense is also a D4.
All right. Oh, my defense is a D6.
Yeah.
I got a 2. Fortunately, I'm wearing armor.
It rolls a 6.
Very well done.
So, how this works is whoever's got the highest roll, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It wins, so it deals its damage if there's any listed, or one body if there's none listed.
Yep. All right. Its damage is listed as 1 plus 1 quickness damage.
Okay, so it deals a point of quickness damage and a point of body damage then.
Yes.
I will use my armor's ability, my armor's quality, and decrease the damage by 1.
Yep. So you also got the tracker on here.
That reduces it to quality 2 until I get a chance to.
So how this happens is
No, to one. To one.
Everyone's got these trackers I've put in here. This is kind of like their thing, but I've just modified it a bit because we haven't got a proper combat tracker. And this goes up and down quite a lot. He's gone from 5 body to 4 body.
No, I've got armor.
Oh yeah, sorry, but otherwise, yes. That was
Otherwise, I would go down to 4 body, and that would
Yeah.
be bad.
You should
Okay.
bring like a armor. You should bring an armor because that's per not session, but how often does the armor regenerate again?
It doesn't say specifically. It just says you can use it during combat.
I think it's end of fight. I think your armor goes back up because I think it's assumed you kind of heal up.
Let me check a look at the book real
Yeah.
fast because I think
That's
there was a.
where I was looking.
So this is going to take a little while to get used to, guys. So get used to it. Okay.
There we go. And then that drops my quickness as well down to 5, which sucks.
Because that means you're now rolling a d4 instead of a d6.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then Cord is up next.
It seems like everyone has just run off. Poor old Cord, who doesn't have a move option on any of his any of his attacks,
You
Well-
can just move, I believe.
is just going to go and just sit here and prep a big old baseball swing with his and go and rebalance into Bicep and mighty swing stance.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be +1 damage next round.
All right. Round 2. Back to your hands.
Okay, so now having done the prep work, Johannes is going to just take it back to the right sheet. Now, I'm only an apprentice with free sword, and I'm trying to remember the difference between apprentice and neophyte in terms of what you can access.
Okay, so you've chosen to go with dagger and wine. You can't easily
Yes, I
switch
have to
between
use
the-
that for this combat.
Yeah. You can switch out. There is
You have to rebalance into the next part.
yeah.
too,
I think when you rebalance, you can switch combat styles.
But anyway, you're saying you are apprentice means you have everything but the master attacks.
Yeah, and
Neophyte is that you have basically a rebalance from one of the other weapon abilities and adjacent attacks.
gotcha.
Well, you have to pick 2 specific moves you can use from the sheets, and only ones that you can reach from a rebalance stance.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know
just-
all rebalances and then 2 others.
Yeah.
But at least you know all rebalances.
Yes. Fortunately, I was using dagger and wine. this
And then
combat.
to switch styles, you would need to use a trick.
That's the one trick. Yeah.
And the next turn, you use a rebalance from the next maneuver. And trick is listed on the style sheet in the bottom corner.
For you, it's 0 attack and d4 defense.
Yeah,
and
so you
moving
gotta-
is normally a trick as well, unless you have a maneuver that moves.
There are some.
Mhm.
But for the meantime, I'm going for a slightly more forward sneak attack, having actually done the hiding last turn. So
Oh yeah,
it'll be
need to look
D8
up
+2 if it lands because
ability
of
score
the dodge and
damage.
shadows bonus.
Are you in the fields or in the trees?
No, dodge and shadows keeps you in the same zone, so I'm in the same zone that we started in with the chicken.
No, you're
But
in a
he
different.
does-
The chicken's in a different zone.
Oh, the chicken move zone.
Yeah, the chicken's in the wood zone up the top. So
Yeah,
Oh,
you could throw your shuriken or your throwing knife or your javelin
Yeah.
and make
Yeah,
a ranged
true,
attack.
yeah, because you can still do that, can't you? And still activate the ability. So
yeah.
fine. I will throw the javelin. And I did not write down my weapon stats. That was foolish.
There's no such thing as weapon stats.
Oh, it's not, is there? Ugh.
No, it's all going off these things over here.
Yeah.
Basically, just weapons let you get certain styles.
Okay. Well, in which case, fine. I will sneak.
So from
Rather, I'll
here,
use-
Your mic fell off.
from sneak attack, you can go to dodge and shadows, duck and slip, or stunning secret.
No. I was in dodge and shadows. I'm going to sneak
Oh,
attack.
you go to sneak attack. Yeah.
So it's against quickness. Yeah, no, D8 for damage. Yep. Okay.
8 damage, and they are rolling their d4 defense.
Yes, so this will be at +2 as well because I dodged in shadows last time.
Well, 2 the damage, so it'll be 4 damage.
Yeah. You have to make a hot bar for all these. Yep, you hit.
Excellent.
And there's a shower of feathers and scales as you do 4 damage to a creature with body 2.
Huzzah!
Nice.
And of
Oh, there you
course,
go.
the noise of others coming out appears.
Mm-hmm. Boy, I hope they don't have me surrounded.
Well, don't worry, they know where I am now, so.
All right. Chicken raptors.
Bark, 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 hiss!
Okay, cursed sound, but you're right.
2, 5. Why is your hands not set to 6?
Because you're sabotaging me. Probably the initiative reset.
Yeah, we can't. I'll not be able to use the next turn button, I think.
It's fine. One of the things I liked about the system was how fast you go with the individual turns.
Yeah.
Because you only have a couple of moves available. But you have a lot of moves you can use. You need to set them up.
All right, 2. Got my one of these to move at 5. This is all stuff that will get better.
Yes.
Ooh, a 6 and a 2. And a 3. All right. So, Johannes, you've just gone.
Yes.
So next is this chicken raptor here. Looking at its sheet, it's going to have to set itself to what's this? Is number 1. It's going to set itself to circle mode.
What does circle mode do, right?
The
opposite of square mode.
Yeah. No, it gives it
Good thing it's not in triangle mode.
Oh, then we'd be doomed.
it gives it strike 0, D8 in defense, but moves it up for some good, like pouncing next round.
It's like the thing I did last time. I sent it's a prep round essentially.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
So is mine.
So with the conscientious chicken raptor, Arn's up next.
Okay, I don't know if that came through the mic, but that was exactly the right sound effect for Chicken Raptor when I opened this package.
It didn't, but one gets the idea.
Right, so the painted chicken raptor and the conscientious chicken raptor are both preparing to circle round. Then it's Arn's turn.
You can't see their
CCR.
names, Gray.
How
You can't see
different-
chicken raptor names.
Did they set themselves to only visible to owner? They did.
Yeah.
They highlight when you put your mouse over them in the combat tracker.
I can't. There we go. I have to go into token.
Mm-hmm.
Always for everyone. I couldn't get to token. This module is a little bit different in how it works. And it's just taking me a little while to get used to it. It's conscientious. He only eats you slightly. This one is dour.
He just makes sure to compost the leftovers. That's all.
Crumbling
Right.
raptors.
On. What are you up to?
Okay. Doing an environmental trick with Daredevil move. He's gonna take some fruit out of this tree, throw it at the one at the bottom to try to draw its attention to him. You stupid beast! So that's I'm using Charisma versus the Doom to see if
free.
it succeeds.
Yep, Doom is now free, by the way. As I say, you've dropped into a less dangerous place.
Mm.
Alright, so the frenzied chicken raptor has its attention drawn. The commanding chicken raptor is going to move up,
Oh, I don't like that.
but he can't attack this turn.
I don't like that at all.
And this is Bren's turn.
I want to use lunacy.
Alright.
Let's see. Frenzied is good. Yeah, Frenzied is good. Great. These guys here are all in the same zone, right?
Yes.
Good, good. So I am going to use lunacy, which is one of my spells. The target attacks his ally next round with a random attack. I will be targeting Frenzied Chicken Raptor.
Okay.
With that, so let me throw my d6.
What we're
And
looking
this
for
is a
here.
spell. He can only defend with magic defense.
He has no.
Oh, well, he has none. Okay. I got a 3.
Yep.
That beats the Doom just barely.
Also, we're looking for a 1. If he rolls a 1 when casting a spell,
Oh,
bad things
yeah.
happen.
Everything is bad.
The best way I heard it described was magic in here makes the psyches in 40k look like stable people.
Yeah, you always
Yeah.
get your magic dice as a defense against magic attacks, and then you also get a magic defense dice if you have one. Does he have a magic dice? Is he a
He
wizard
does.
frenzied,
He has a
frenzied
D4.
chicken raptor? Oh, that could almost beat me.
Oh dear.
Very good. So he will attack a random ally next turn.
Yep.
Unfortunately, that only gives me a D2 on defense dice. So if somebody could get this chicken raptor off my back, that'd be really nice.
Okay.
So
Cord, you're up next.
are any of these chicken raptors in our area, Gray?
Nope, they are all in a separate area for this turn.
For this turn.
Until they move closer.
Well then.
Ignore that.
Then
I'm just
I,
checking macros.
the sad part is about great weapon stance is that you don't have the ability. You don't really have much of an ability to move with skill with. It's great when people are in your around you. Not really great when you need to get places.
You can always use a trick to move zones.
Does a trick take attacks? Does it take an attack?
Yes,
skill?
it'll take your action.
It takes your action. So you use a trick to move, and that would set your defense to
Whatever it's set listed.
1d4.
Now I'm just going to now that I've set the swing, I'm going into Wall stance. The just rebalancing back in the Wall stance. So now I have a +1 plus my strength skill.
Yeah.
For when these things get anywhere near me.
Yep. Strength bonus die around until forced to rebalanced. So yeah. Next up is the frenzied chicken raptor. Is that the one you
That's the one I hit. Yes.
Yep.
He is confused.
So he is going to go into
Moon!
claw stance and leap towards his enemy using a d6.
Which is his enemy?
His enemy is the closest one, which is the dour chicken raptor here.
Oh.
But I'm going to move slightly away so we can actually read him, because it doesn't matter because they're in zones. And he's defending with d4. He fails.
Ooh.
That does a damage of 1 plus 1 quickness. So the dour chicken raptor loses a point of health. Let's just copy this out a few times. It's going to be useful long term. Okay. Next up is the Dower Chicken Raptor, who's going to do a trick to run away from his friendly friend into this zone here. We roll around back to the top, and Johan's back up.
Okay.
Could use a hand here.
Yeah, I see that.
Thank you.
I'm just seeing what I can. Don't have access to any moves at the moment that would let me slip zone and attack.
What I quite like is Dagger of Wine, whilst better thinking. It's got a few bits of dual things in there. If he's obviously got Stunning Secret, which is a social combat skill.
Mm-hmm.
He's got Intimidations and Low Blow, which works for both. So Dagger and Wire, it makes Serpentis a very good assassin because he not only can assassinate the person's body, he can go after their soul.
Indeed, and if I get high enough, I literally have the assassin skill, which means I can kill people with a bond 4. It specifically says King's Fear, that one, but I have to get high enough. Okay, I don't have access to a move presently that will let me attack and move zone because of where I am on this table. So what I'm going to do instead is I could just trick into the zone with Brent, rather. That wouldn't do much to actually stop the chicken attacking him.
It would give it an extra target, so it might not attack me.
True. All right, I'm sure you've got this, chosen one. I'm going to just trick into the zone. I think I do at least get a defense die. And it's not a very good one, but yeah,
It should be listed in your trick section, yeah.
It's a D4.
Yeah.
Most tricks are D4.
You don't get to rebalance during it, do you? So I'm still on.
Yes.
Yeah, you're still on it, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
All right, so we're moving on to the Painted Chicken Raptor, who's going to go from Circle to Pounce.
Sorry, just realised something. I killed a chicken, that first chicken that was in this zone, my javelin. Can I get my javelin back as part of a trick? Or is that a separate action?
Movement and maps. Movement within an area is free and is part of the positioning of combat. It's usually a trick maneuver, low one, some styles.
Well, the style of this is narrative. You don't have discrete actions. Just describe what you're doing. If you can justify it, then sure.
Can justify it.
If you're
Fair enough,
rushing over here and kick your, javelin back into your hand, you do.
Yeah,
If you do
I'm basically just scuttling into the zone to make sure he's got cover. So I'm sure I could
With
run
a-
past the skewered chicken held against a tree and get my javelin back.
I'm
Okay,
sure
we'll
you
do
can do that. Wouldn't that be like a quickness
Apologies.
roll, or is that just done?
Sorry?
Would you do that be a quickness roll, or would it just be done?
I think it's just done by the sounds of it.
Unless you want to do something when you move into the area, like try and
So
attract
you can try an
attention, perhaps.
environmental trick, which is what Added did, which is you target the Doom and you try and get some thing. Some of the more powerful ones can increase the Doom. So, like distracting a bird by throwing rocks at it, doesn't increase. But if you go for full on, like the one here is like take a hostage, threaten a hostage increases the Doom by 1.
Yes.
Yeah. Fighting on a rolling log railing or a floating spar is 2. So you can take a trick. You can do a powerful trick, but it will make it harder to do because the target goes up by 2 or 1. But I'm happy for you to grab your skewer and move on.
Okay.
All right. So the two Chicken Painted and Conscientious are both leaping using their four core rush. Move one area together.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to attack with a d6 on
All right.
Cord.
Well, they're defending with a d6 then, while I'm in Aswall stance.
That's a 4 and a 5.
You get a defense against each dice.
Yep.
Well, nope, I miss on both.
You miss on both. You take 2 body and 2 quickness.
I got well, I do have my armor, which is a quality. What is my? I have a quality 3 armor. Let me double check here. And my my armor is both 3, but let me see what quality it is. I think I've noted
It's
this in my.
unless you're a warrior, it's half the quality rounded up.
Yeah, that's my thing about yeah, but yeah, it's quality 5, so it's quality 3.
Yep, so you can negate one of those per combat, and then you could also elect to take body damage as mood damage instead.
I have so much. The problem is I have only 3. I only have 3 mood for 3 mood.
It's a very grumpy
So
chosen one.
I will take one thing. So I lost 2 quickness then.
The quickness as well, yes.
Okay.
Which hurts.
Yeah. We can hear you washing up, by the way, Tone.
It's frying.
Oh, fine, okay. Still hear it.
Still hear it.
Yeah. Right, On, you're up next.
Okay, he's going to move to death from above. He's going to leap out of the tree onto the closest chicken raptor and try to hurt it.
Death from above. Is that... Oh, yeah. Oh, you're going to move up from Daredevil move to Death from above, yeah.
Yep.
All right. 2 damage, D10.
Yep, so...
They're going to go against Dower, which is in D4 defense mode.
So, can't actually win, just takes 2 damage.
Yep, which kills it. All right. The commanding chicken raptor now has a choice of targets. It's going to go from claw to claw, which is a D8 and a D6 attack. So it's going to go the D8 against Hotburn and a D6 against Johan. So I don't know why I did the hot in.
That's all right.
Brent and Johan.
If you tie on the attack, who wins?
Defender breaks ties, I think.
Okay. Oh, well, never mind then.
All right, 1-on-1.
So that's 1 body, 1 quickness, yeah?
Yeah, 1 body and 1 quickness.
I can't possibly win, but I can not roll 1, so that doesn't give him a crit.
Oh, yeah, that's the point. They did crit on you, I think.
Yeah, if they roll above, is it half? And you roll the
Please.
1?
Insult can yeah. If you roll half your die, but if the defender rolls a 1, you score an extra point of damage.
But
And
he
they
rolled a
roll-
3
On a
D6.
on a D8. You rolled a 4 and a D8. So that's not over. That's under.
Okay, so I still take a body and quickness, but
Yeah.
it's not a... Gotcha.
Yeah.
Ow.
All right. Brent.
Right, I'm going to get swole.
Oh, gonna get swole. Got to go for it.
Gonna get swole. Powering up, I activate Gibbous Swell, and I'm at +2 damage until I recast.
Where were you? Were you on?
I'm on Lunacy.
Oh, yeah, there you go. And you can move across to give it a swell.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Which gives me a D4 defense dice, no attack, and then 2 damage on my next shot. And 1 after that, and the 1 after that.
All right. Cord, your time has come. The
Pecked
Raptor moved.
Pecked and slightly scratched, with the muscles rippling from all the setup. Cords goes into the great weapons. Wait a second, wrong thing. Need to grab this one here. Into the great weapons swipe, which it's been 1 round since, so it's 1 strength bonus die per round. So I have +1 strength bonus die, +1 damage on this.
Yeah. So that means he's rolling
A D6 and D8 and
a D6
3
and a
damage.
D8.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a weapon pool, so it gives him a bit more options of hitting something. And these chickens both the pounce, 4 claw rush, which gives him a D4 in defense.
Okay, so I got a 2 and a 4, and the person who's getting smashed is the conscientious chicken raptor.
He fails. And
Ooh.
3
he takes
damage
3 damage?
annihilates him.
Just sword straight down, just smash.
Right. And then the frenzied chicken raptor. Is he still under your spell, or is that just one turn? I think it's just one turn, isn't it?
It's 1 turn.
Yeah, so he's going to have to spend a trick to move in. Right. Back to Johan.
Okay. Now. I assume you can't use the maneuver you're sitting on again.
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
Yes, if you're you can reuse the same one over and over again.
Okay, fine. Honestly, then in that case, given that dodging into shadows is going to leave our man Brent going to get eaten. Okay, yeah, fine. We'll sneak attack again. So D8. Come on.
And the D4 for the chicken.
Oh,
Yeah. He still hit. What's your damage?
how much health do these guys have?
2.
Hey,
He stabbed it.
it's a sloppy attack, but it gets the job done.
Yep. Right. The painted chicken raptor. What's he going to do? He's currently on 4-claw rush. He's going to go straight for claw bite.
On forward.
Yep. So that's a D6, a D6, and a D8.
Unfortunately, I only have a 4 for defense with this strike.
But it
Right.
applies on all attacks.
Yes.
D6, D6, D8. Ooh, plus
So
the D8.
So we have 1 4, 1 4. Wait, no, I'm just rolling. Wait. I didn't put roll 4. I just put 4. 2, 4.
You block 2 of them.
3.
You only take 1 more point of damage and 1 more quickness.
So down to a D3 for quickness, or D2 for quickness. 1 second, I gotta go in. Where is it here? Maybe some sort
D2.
of tally system.
Oh,
It's a
there's
D2.
armor.
You know, some sort of
Oh,
tally
wait.
system or something like that.
God, you're right. I have armor too.
Okay, so armor affects all hits until it reaches 0, and the damage is
Okay.
temporary.
All right then. So my so I don't take damage on that one. So actually my armor is just now my armor is just out right now from the 2 smacks I took from the last one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's fine.
We might need an armor tracker to go with the body and mood.
Yeah, I think I need to add that in.
But
I've got a little bit of space between the portrait.
But now I'm down to 3 quickness as I have been harried.
Oh yeah,
Pretty
because you
hard.
still get the quickness damage, wouldn't you? You just wouldn't take the body.
Yes.
Yeah. These things are
Okay.
venomous, which makes them quite difficult.
Yeah, I can
Dangerous.
see that.
They can 1,000 cut you pretty hard.
Yeah. They're glass cannons. They, dangerous impacts. All right, on.
Okay, he's going to move to acrobatic charge, like tucking out of that roll.
Daredevil move's got an underline. Doesn't that mean he has to rebalance?
Huh? That's from above. If I had to rebalance, it would have a little R to the side.
I was reading Daredevil move. Yeah.
Nope. It's like he's still got a lot of momentum, so he's going to try to attack one of them in passing.
Yeah.
Two versus.
Yeah. D4.
That's versus frenzied.
Blink. And then he's going to sweep past Whirl of Blades.
Yep, and also gets an environmental trick. That's a busy move. So that sapling next to the painted, he's going to try to quickly push it to the side so it runs back, thwaps the painted chicken raptor, and distracts it.
Yep, go for it. Succeeds.
So it's got one. Its die size for its attack next round is reduced by 1.
Yeah, it basically gets smacked on the head by a swinging branch. Goes, "Rah!" Tries to figure out what the branch is going to do. Right, Brent.
At last, my time has come. What's it called again? Right, I'm gonna shoot the undamaged. Frenzied is undamaged, right?
Yes.
You're going into corrupting light?
Nope. Yes. I thought you said warped flesh. I don't know why I thought that.
No, corrupting light.
On frenzied, I assume he's the one that's not damaged.
Yes.
And this is for 3 damage and 2 strength.
Right.
And it's magic, so they only can defend with magic dice.
Ignore the second one. 4 doesn't defend, and yeah, you basically corrupt this thing, and it kind of shrivels and
Turns into a roasted chicken. Castlevania style. Bing.
All right. It's back round to Johan.
Oh, I have a cord. Oh yeah, go ahead. I have a cord.
Oh yeah, you. Sorry, Cord.
Yeah, Cord is here. Cord wants to. Cord is here, living up to his name as he wields his sword above his head, rippling muscles and veins spring out his corded around a tree branch as he brings the sword around to trip the. Well, not the trip. Not tripping because that's gonna do damage. It just goes for the cleaving crescent swing that he was prepping to do anyway, but then someone removed the second target from his hit.
That happens.
So that is 8 plus. It's a roll 1d8. Oh, it's basically 1d8 plus 1 and another 1d8 because of the thing. I have a question. It says bonus die per round divided by round. Does that mean like I get another one with as more rounds go on, or is it just one die?
I think every turn you spend in the strike, in the stance, I think. You get a bonus die, and then that lasts until you're forced to rebalance.
Okay. Then.
So if you spend 3 rounds in there, you get a ton of dice. But of course, you're not attacking for 3 rounds.
How did I roll double ones?
You roll a 1
in your sword in the
twice.
ground.
No, I swing so hard. It's just that the thing I was starting with is no longer there, so it just keeps going, and it doesn't have too much strength in it. I just can't stop it.
All right. Now it's your hands. See, I could have skipped you.
Oh.
Me.
Okay. So, hang on, let me just make sure I've got this right. There's basically nobody left in our zone, but there's no raptors left in this zone, are there? No. So, we are going to do... Yeah, we're going to have to trick, to be honest, because most of my stuff in this tree needs either a secret, which we're not going to get on a bunch of chicken raptors, or a bit of prep. So I'm going to trick my way back into the main zone.
Yep.
Where Cord is.
All right. 1, 2, 3. The raptor goes after you. Yes, it goes after Johan, who's only rolling a d2. So he's very distracted by this branch that suddenly hit you in the head.
Okay, so...
Don't roll a 1, basically.
Ray!
No, defended break ties is fine.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure defense break time. Let's make sure I'm doing that right.
Oh, we've matched for rolling Doom, but we'll...
Yeah. Well, Doom's different. Doom is the target number, so it's Doom or higher.
Okay.
Yeah, character rolls, moving target damage and effect. Doom and target numbers, ties. Ties gives the higher dice size.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That actually does. Okay.
So you win.
So yeah. Dodge the distracted chicken.
All right. And then it's on.
He is going to just trick to move back into the main zone.
Yeah. All right. Brand.
Pew pew.
Yeah, more corrupting light.
More fried instant chicken.
Yeah, because you can't even dodge that. All right.
Magic is
1
powerful.
roast chicken, 1 fried chicken.
magic is
I gave you-
powerful. Magic is also has its has issues.
I also gave you a chicken kebab earlier as well, so there's that as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It took me 3 rounds to warm up to.
Yeah, it does take a while to use the powerful magic. Basically, you spend some time charging, and then you can just do like a death beat that just sweeps across the battlefield.
No, I didn't take death.
Yeah, true. You do think about going Necromancer. And there's time.
I was tempted.
Alright. So, you're left in the woods, surrounded by the remains of chicken raptors. Alright, can everyone roll me reason?
Yes.
What's the doom target?
3.
Yeah, I can roll reason.
As
It's still a D8.
Alright.
Did anyone take damage that fight?
I
I
took
took
quickness damage.
Or is it all just armor? I don't think the ability damage lasts after the fight. Can't find it.
I think ability damage goes away after the fight, and it goes away after the fight probably.
Beyond that, then no. I'm
Because
beyond.
I do have very special like.
So,
Oh
So-
no, characteristic damage sticks around.
Holy
Oh.
shit!
after combat, the characters can recoup some body characteristic loss.
Strength versus doom
Yep, strength versus doom.
for every point of characteristic damage. So I took 2.
I only took the 1. Okay, so I've recovered my quickness.
And it's
So
Doom.
that's
3.
So
keep
that's-
success greater than 2. Yay!
one.
Pair of 5s. I'm fine.
2. So doom's 3. So I got
Yeah.
1, 2. So the third one doesn't stick.
You can just do
Back up to
XD strength CS greater than 2 and it'll work.
I
Yep.
mean, I already rolled 3 times. So
Or
Yep.
you can elect to take a scar and ignore all your damage.
and hurt and mar this beautiful face.
We'll get there.
Chicks dig scars.
Alright. So, from the reason roll, everyone apart from Arn realizes that these things are not native to the region. You know, you've never heard of these things in this area.
Huh.
You've heard of chicken raptors, but you've never seen one. They're from the Empire. They're like somebody's failed experiment.
Okay.
So to find them here is pretty weird.
Which Egypt brought them here, though.
That's to find out. I think that's a good place to call it for the week.
Yes,
So,
indeed.
thanks for watching. I think we got a good start. It seems to be flowing pretty well.
Yeah.
And we'll see how we go.
Stand around and flex for 2 turns, waiting for something to get close enough to smash.
And then smash it horribly.
Yep.
Or horribly smash it. You know, your call.
Either or, you know.
All right. Thanks everyone who's watched, and we'll see